It's about to get all stupid up in here.
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Tuesday, February 27 of 2024. It's 6:02 a.m. with Roula, Ryan, Eric, and Sam.
Come on, Sam, pep it up.
Hi.
Sam, did you talk to your dad in real life after the show yesterday? Since you didn't remember until halfway through the show, it was his birthday.
Okay, to be fair, I texted him in the morning before we went on air, but I've just been
you totally
so,
spaced.
spaced out.
You've got a few things on your mind.
Just a little bit.
I mean, my
It's
God.
so, it's so
bit.
weird how that happens because that absolutely has happened to me where I wanted to say happy birthday to somebody in my family during the whole show.
Yeah.
The whole show goes by and I say nothing. But I was also like the first one on the family thread since we wake up before anybody else. Be like, hey, happy birthday, so-and-so. And then I just feel like an idiot after we're off the air. I'm like, we had
wouldn't beat
4
yourself up.
hours to say happy birthday in this mic.
Look, both of you said happy birthday in a text form in the morning. That's
Yeah, I know,
thinking
but
about them.
it's
That
more
makes
fun.
you feel good.
And I also had a funny video that we posted on KRBE. So, I sent that to my dad. I was like, well, this was a different shout out. Birthday shout out than
funny.
usual. He thought it was really funny.
What about the title of that video? It says Paspy. Did you notice that?
Oh, he didn't spell it right?
It says
Or did-
happy birthday, Paspy.
Instead
Instead
of
of Pepsi.
Pepsi. That's what Sam
And I
calls her dad.
It
Pepsi.
looks like it. Like, your
Oh,
mind,
that's
your eyes
funny.
play.
He
When I
found
first
it,
read
yeah.
it, it did say Pepsi in my mind.
Yeah, that's
Then I
what
looked
I
at it
thought,
later
too.
because it came across my feed again. I was like, Paspy. Oh,
the great
these rock.
Paspy?
The great
That's funny.
Paspy. Pepsi.
You're thinking of the Gatsby?
Yeah.
So that was, I hope you had a good birthday. We took my mom out last night to celebrate her birthday because the restaurant's closed on Monday. So, it was a good opportunity for us to go eat somewhere else. My kids were so shocked we weren't eating at the restaurant.
What?
At our family place.
You go somewhere
The
else?
kids were like, wait, I thought for sure we were going to the restaurant. We call it the restaurant. Christy's the restaurant. And so I was like, we're going to go out for Yaya's birthday tonight. Turns out everybody can get together tonight. So last minute plans. We're going. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. She was one day shy of being a leap year baby.
Oh, wow.
And we actually kind of joke because she was born in a village in Greece that maybe she was a leap year baby, but they just, the
Yeah,
paperwork's
records
all
were
crazy.
sketched back then.
She could be 2 years younger. Or
My dad
older.
had the wrong birthday forever. My dad's birthday was celebrated July 20th for most of my life. And then when I was about 33, he found out he was not July 20, he was July 1.
Because by the time they get into
That's a big difference.
the books, the records,
Right.
it's by a few months later.
And it was legit like the town crier back then. It's like, another baby has been born. Like, that's just how they did it.
Delivering a
Hey, did your
bell.
sister
Town criers.
did your sister mention that I popped into the restaurant last week while you were in the on the field trip?
Oh, really? Did you get some tarama?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Explain to people
Did
what
you
that is.
love it?
It is the most delicious. Look, I am a snob when it comes to this. I started eating this stuff. Oh, I don't know. I was in my 20s and I did not realize that it's actually kind of a form of caviar.
Well,
I guess
it
you
is
could say.
caviar.
Caviar,
You're eating
dude.
fish
Yeah,
eggs.
yeah.
The man who hates
Yeah,
all
fish.
seafood.
Give fish a chance now.
loves this dip.
Give fish a chance.
That's right. It is called taramosalata, the whole long name, or just tarama for short, Tarama. And my mom's unbelievable technique of how she
It's
makes
really
this
good.
dip so fluffy and delicious. If you go to Greek restaurants across the country, it's really kind of grainy because they don't really beat down the caviar like the
So
fish
you can
eggs.
see the
So it's kind of grainy, but it's got olive oil. Yeah, it's like gritty. Like it's got it's
like
grainy.
a thicker consistency, but her mom's is like the bomb.
It's like
the
fluffy
best.
clouds. It's like fluffy clouds of tarama. And anybody that's ever said, "Oh, I don't eat seafood," or "I don't like this," or "I'll never want to try caviar,"
It doesn't taste like seafood.
Yeah, if I had it at a party that I threw,
Maybe it does.
They
You
would be
just
like,
don't know.
"Oh my god, this is the most amazing dip ever!" Like just the face that people make when they're like, "Oh my god, what is this?" I go, "I know. You're never gonna be able to turn it off now. You will always be addicted to tarama."
It's creamy.
It's really
Fluffy.
just fluffy, good, yummy goodness. And we serve it with little crostini, like little crackers, like homemade. We take the bread and we slice it up and we toast them.
I like to dip it in pita, but it's so good.
So it's for sale now at Christie's, and it has been for years because my mom would only make that for special occasions or for caterings. And it became such a big deal. We were like, you know what? Why don't we just throw this on the menu and see what happens? And it is a hit.
Oh my God, so
You
it's,
should give it away like a little bit of a little bowl for everybody, every table.
I know, 'cause
Yeah.
then it's like we give a little crack.
Yeah.
We
It
go
is.
the whole thing.
You'd hook them if they
That's
had
true.
no idea
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
They
I
have
would
no
never-
idea.
I would never
Yeah.
try it. I would be like, what the hell? I can't pronounce this.
Well,
first
I
of
was
all.
eating it for
Yeah.
like years
Yeah.
before I realized what it was. I'm like, What? Really?
Yeah, because on the menu, it's labeled Tarama, but it says Mama Christie's caviar dip.
Yeah, on
and
the
you're
menu
thinking, oh, I don't know, that's real fancy.
That's
or
too
maybe
expensive, you think?
I don't want that. You see the price of it, it's not expensive
No.
at all. And it's just delicious. So thanks for getting it. Did you eat the whole quart by yourself? Or
I
did you
did.
just get a pint?
I did not share. No, it was just a pint, but I did not share. I just ate the entire thing by myself. So good.
Somebody want to know why you call your dad Papsy?
Pepsi.
Oh, because my dad was addicted to Pepsi, and because he is a grandparent, like Papa,
Or Pappy.
Pappy, we thought it was really funny because he loves Pepsi so much that
You
it
should
would
tell
be,
that story to Pepsi. Maybe they'll put him in a commercial.
I
Right.
know.
Is this a recent development? When did you start calling him that?
Probably a year ago.
Isn't it before Santiago was even born?
Yes, I have
You
a
knew that was
nephew.
gonna
I have
Oh.
a nephew who is 5 years old. So it was when probably it's been like 5 years
Oh, okay.
that we've been calling him Papsy.
Did you call him that, or did you call him more when you had your son? Because that'll be a dad.
I think it's
Like I could call my dad a different name. I'm used to calling him Dad.
right. If I'm talking to him like one-on-one, I'll just say my dad. But if I'm talking about my dad, I'll say
Pepsi.
Papsy.
Have you ever called him his first name? Like when you talk to him?
That's weird.
Have you ever done that before?
Well, no, because I know that my dad has two names. He goes by his middle name, not his first name.
I know. I relate.
Yeah, so he goes by Mike, but I would never call
You
my
ever
dad
said, "Hey,
Mike.
Who calls their parents
Mike?
by their first
Yeah.
But your
name?
mom calls him Mike, obviously.
Right, and my mom's goes by Chris. Her name is Chrisanne.
Yeah, but Rolla, could you ever
Did I
imagine
say
walking
that?
up to your dad?
Chrisanne.
Hey, Jim, you wouldn't.
Or like,
No.
no.
Never.
It'd be weird.
And then Mark
I call
calls
Papa
my
Jimmy.
mom Chris and Mike.
How about the?
But
No, they,
How about
they
your
call
husband?
them like mom or dad. That's what you said. Mark calls them by their first
I mean,
names.
did he ever
Yeah.
call him like
mom and dad?
Dad?
No.
like I see people do
Really?
that?
Oh, for the
Yeah,
in-laws?
no.
To me, that's creepy.
For me, I'm
Dad.
lucky
Yeah, I
have-
think it's not creepy.
I
I
got
think it
two
could be a sign of
languages.
respect.
I think it's
yeah.
disrespect. It's just
You call him
disrespect to you.
Dad?
Like my dad, since they died, I'm not going
father-in-law?
to call anyone Dad.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
not
not
calling
call
his-
my in-laws mom and dad, but
No.
because we speak
Hell no.
Greek, I would call them, I think I would call them, what did I call them before they were grandmother and grandfather? In Greek, grandmother and grandfather is yaya and papu. That's for all the grandparents, right? And so papu.
Papu.
And so I would call my dad baba, which is Greek for dad, or I just call him dad. And then I would call my father-in-law Papamanto. That's his first name in Greek and the Greek grandfather word. But before we got married, what did I call him? I think I said it in Greek.
You
I
ever
think
said
I said it
Matthew?
in Greek. No, it's weird. To
Mr.
me, it's
Blank?
weird to call them by their first names. I cannot call adults by their first names. We have a family friend who's much older than me and still insists on me calling him by his first name, and I can't do it. I want to call him Mr. So-and-so. And at some point, he's like, oh, my God, I cannot. We've known your family for like 50 years. Do not call me by Mr. So-and-so. And I was like, I know, okay.
I know. I hate when like my kids call me Mr.
Your kids are calling you
I mean,
Eric?
Kids,
Oh,
kids.
I mean,
You
hey,
get grandchildren now?
Like, kids,
Like
friends.
your kids'
Oh,
friends.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
your
I-
kids' friends. That's right.
Yeah.
My brain was way, but I thought you
I
were
don't
saying
call
they were
me
calling you
I know
Eric.
it's disrespectful,
No.
but I just, hey, Mister.
I call
I
Mark's
tell 'em.
parents by their name, but like if once Santiago is older, then I'll just call them
The
what
grandma,
Santiago.
grandpa word?
Yeah, what Santiago.
That's what I call my in-laws. I call them whatever the kid. I even call my own mom that. Like we just said
Yes.
last night,
That's
Yaya
what we do.
Alexandra's
Papsy.
birthday or Mama Christie's birthday, but Yaya Alexandra or Papu Jimmy.
Yeah.
Eric,
We
I
even put
think
that
I
on
have
his gravestone, Papu Jimmy. We put that on there.
They put the Papa Jimmy.
Like we put his real name,
That's
but we
sweet.
also put like, beloved father and Papu Jimmy or whatever.
That's super sweet.
my wife's dad. I'm like, oh yeah.
What do you call him?
I forget it was. I always forget what his real name is. Sometimes.
What do you call him?
It's Papa.
Just Papa?
That's the way I'll call him. So I just say Papa.
Yeah.
I think I've got a solution
Just
for you,
saying
though.
that's what it is.
With the kids, your daughter's friends, my daughter's friends call me Mr. Ryan. That's all. They just throw a Mr. in front of it. Because I told them, hey, you can just call me by my name, and they feel uncomfortable doing that. So they'll say, Mr. Ryan.
Yeah.
And I just hate that Mister stuff.
No, I think it's cute.
Feel
I
old.
have my kids' friends will call me Miss Roula. One of them tried to call me Miss Katsabalabzababriani, and I was like, that's too hard for you, sweetie. Just call me Miss
Oh
Roula.
yeah, I'd
What about
tap out.
Mrs. K?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Miss Roula is fine. It's cute.
Yeah.
A little bit later on, when we were driving in, I heard the next day replay about my job application at Walmart. Yeah, I got 28 more phone calls yesterday. I think I'm about to change my number, but
Oh, we got a phone call from the lady.
from
The
what
lady that
the
told
lady
you that Harvard, it's
yeah.
harder to get
that
into
is harder to get into
Walmart.
Harvard than it is, or harder to get into
Oh,
Walmart
damn.
than it is
We
Harvard.
we should play her. She is so mad at you.
She's
Should
mad
we
at
do
me
it
now.
next? We'll do it next
we gotta
for
play
the
this
6
audio.
o'clockers. Have
Well, I
a
gotta
little
find it, yeah.
nugget of fun before
Here, I'll
we
send it
kick
to-
off.
I'll
Plus,
Send it to me real quick.
Plus, I'll give you details on Olivia Rodrigo because the big sold out show is tonight. Here is your weather for today.
Okay, so it's going to be warm again. But, I mean, I don't know. Is it just me? Are you guys suffering from allergies? Like, my eyes have been burning like the last day, like that warm front. But it does look like it's going to be in the mid-80s right now. 70 degrees and 6:11 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
From the big screen to the big house.
Roula and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
Okay, so tonight is the night. Olivia Rodrigo is here, and it is a sold out show at Toyota Center. Tonight is also the first night of the rodeo with Blake Shelton performing NRG. So we have two of our big venues with great shows and lots of people going there.
It's going to be crazy.
Eric, are you going with your daughters?
My wife's going to take my daughter and her friend.
Oh, okay.
Like
And
their
I'm gonna
outfits
take mine,
already.
My little 3-pack. We're all going to go as a little 4-pack. It's going to be loud.
Yeah, it's too expensive. I'm
Yo.
like, I can't afford 4 tickets.
Hold on, let me tell y'all this. This is the first time in a long time that I have to consider I might need my custom molded earplugs for this one.
What?
I have these custom molded earplugs I got
Why do you need
years ago.
earplugs for a concert?
I'm sorry. Do you not hear that we're going to Olivia Rodrigo with
Oh, because
a million
it's not
girls
Olivia.
screaming?
It's the girls'
Yeah.
shrill scream.
Right, it's that because
she's
at one
loud, too.
point in her concert, she like what Eric said, she tells you, what does she say? She was screaming out or whatever you
I'm going
want.
to shut the lights off. When I do, you think of that person that's done you wrong or made you angry, you just let it out.
I was like,
a
ooh,
great
yeah,
move.
I'm going to need some earplugs for that piece right there.
It's like her only, third show?
Yeah, we're
just
early
kicked
in
off
the
on
tour.
Friday.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
early
wow.
in the
That's
tour.
what my daughter said.
So it'd be really fun. But I just feel like my ears over the years of doing radio have become very sensitive to very high pitched noises. Super
I say
sensitive.
that ringing noise. Like the first time I ever went to a concert when I was a kid,
Get that tinnitus.
for like a week I had that.
Tinnitus.
Is that what it was? Tinnitus?
Tinnitus. We learned not
Tetris?
tinnitus, but it's tinnitus.
I just hated that ringing.
I think the loudest I'd ever heard was when Special K and I brought on Justin Bieber, and it was so loud. Like the girls' scream was so high pitched.
You know, actually, what got me more than an arena for Justin Bieber? We had Justin Bieber in Studio 104, and the shock of the scream volume in that small vacuum sealed room, like it shook me. I was like, whoa,
Well, it's a
I did
small,
not
confined
expect
space.
them.
Oh, man.
The 40 girls in there to make that much noise in a closed door space. I was like, whoa, it's like something put an air horn on in a closed
In
room.
a small office.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I did not know you could get that.
I hate when they
high-pitched.
scream and they're in like a sick to the last row. Because I remember watching
Oh, in the
Bush and
nosebleed?
No Doubt performing in the 90s. And I remember I was nosebleed, second to last row, with the girl behind me screaming. It ruined the whole show. I couldn't.
Because you're like, they can't hear you,
like-
you know, we're too high up here.
Yeah, you're just annoying me.
Save your voice. Save your voice. Okay, so 7:40 this morning was exactly how you're going to win those tickets. So 7:40, 7:40, 7:40. And did you say last night on H-Town Live, Laura was like, oh, these dads are calling. They don't even know what
She's like,
Olivia songs are.
Just go to KRB Social. You'll see her talking. She's like, I just feel bad for these dads. They don't know her songs.
But I think
they
that's
want to win
sweet.
for their little girls.
Could you imagine? Like, my dad would not be calling a radio station trying to win me tickets.
Well, I mean, it's a different time now. Mm-hmm. Back then, it was
think
like,
that's really sweet that
dads
they're
still
doing
wore
that.
like hats and suits on Sundays to
That's
go to
true.
lunch. You know what I mean? Before we get into this listener line call, let me make this quick note. TMZ is going to give us, I guess, more details later on. But Taylor Swift is in Australia on her tour, and her dad, of course, is there. And there is a paparazzo that he allegedly got into a scuffle with because he got too close and tried to get through Taylor's security to the point where almost threw one of them off. Like they were walking towards in this wharf area in Sydney. And he got too aggressive. And so now this guy's claiming, I got assaulted by Scott Swift. This is the same guy that Nicole Kidman had to have a restraining order against because he wouldn't leave her alone. So he doesn't have like a lot of good background history.
Scumbags.
And he's like, well, I have it on video because I learned from the great Lenny Kravitz that they will do everything they can while their cameras roll to get you riled up just to get the
Say
reaction.
horrible things to you.
And then they're like, look, see, he put his hands on me. And so that is a developing story on Scott Swift. If
Even
it's
if you do, who cares? I think paparazzi, you should be able to hit them.
Oh, my
One
God.
job, like football.
You can't assault people, Eric.
Just tackle them. I
Yeah,
almost
like
said track
football,
them
you can
down,
you can
but,
tackle in
yeah.
football. You can tackle.
Well, that's a
paparazzi.
game. They've all signed up
Well,
for
this is a
it.
game. These
There
people are
was
just
one
playing.
paparazzi, Eric, last week, and
idiots.
since we just played Beyonce Texas Hold'em, oh my God, it was such a fail. Because the paparazzi follow celebrities, and they run their cameras, and they're following celebrities, and the celebrities just trying to mind their own business and just keep walking to get from point A to point B. And the person was throwing out the worst questions, like, "So, you think that there's a controversy with Beyonce? You know, this is pretty bad, right?" And the person is just, I can't remember who the person was. I just remember thinking to myself, this paparazzi sucks. Like, it's too obvious they're trying to get some controversial answer
That's my
from this
thing.
person.
If you want to take the photos, these cameras have lenses. You could do it from a
Far away.
distance. But now they're up in your face.
Yeah.
For the last
And they won't
20
leave you
forever,
alone.
but they ask those dumb questions.
Yeah, it was
They
real
wanna be
dumb.
the
I was like,
TMZ
this
peeps.
is stupid.
TMZ sucks.
Yeah, they've really gotten, because they have their
There's a
whole
bunch of
team of
idiots.
just the stalkers now.
There's a bunch of idiots in that room talking.
I haven't watched it in a while.
I turned it on. I'm like,
That guy still have his little Starbucks cup?
yeah.
That's his whole thing.
You got to
He
watch
treats
that
it as
movie,
Starbucks,
Never Stop,
little
Never
tumbler,
Stop
but not
Believing,
Starbucks.
or whatever. What is that one with Andy Samberg?
Yeah, was it never?
Pop star?
Pop
Never
star,
stop, don't
never
stop,
stop.
stopping?
It is so
Something like
funny.
that.
They make fun of TMC. Will Arnett is like the Harvey guy, and they're all sitting around. Their cups get bigger and bigger throughout. It's just so funny.
I want to shout out this listener who lives in Maryland. They listen every single day on Apple Podcasts, and they're actually getting to listen to us live right now.
Oh, thank you.
Versus the podcast. So remember, everything that we do on the Roula and Ryan Show can be found on podcast. If you download the app, you tell your Google or your Alexa to download the skill and then play us, or just find us at krbe.com. And that's where a lot of listener line calls will come later in the afternoon when we realize people are listening to the podcast and they want to chime in on what we were talking about.
We're doing really well on Apple, by the way. So if you got friends, maybe they listen and others, or don't even listen to us, and you want to tell them about the show, so hey, go to Apple there and check it out.
We're on the charts.
Just type in Roula and Ryan. You can hear all, there's segments like Roses on there, and then there's the whole hour. There's all kinds of ways to listen to us.
So there's a woman who called our listener line was it like 2 weeks ago?
Oh, you better
Friday.
be careful.
2 weeks
You
ago, or
better
was
be
it Friday?
careful the way you put this, okay? So may I set this up?
Sure.
I was never trying to say anything. I don't think I'm better than anybody that works at any place. I've worked most of these jobs in my life, so I'm not looking down my nose at anybody. But this individual, I don't want to say woman because apparently that pissed her off. So this individual left a message on the listener line stating that, hey, I heard it was more difficult to get a job at Walmart than it is.
It was on a Hinge profile. She was on a date with a
To get
guy, so
into
she
Harvard.
fact-checked the Hinge profile stat about
But she was
Harvard
just saying
versus
it
Walmart.
because we're talking about that Roses because she went to Walmart, and Ryan was making jokes about Walmart people.
Yes, you can't.
Not the
deny that you
workers,
were.
but the
Yeah,
customers.
the workers
You-
and,
you-
and the money
you were-
and how they don't make and
You didn't have a light
Yeah.
person, like a light opinion, like a happy, joyful, bright opinion of anything Walmart.
you kind of were making fun of Walmart.
No,
That's why
just,
she
just
made that.
the
That's why she.
customers.
That's why she called in and
There's
said.
a whole website called the Customers of Walmart.
I know, but I'm just saying that's why. But you were attacking the workers.
workers.
That's why she said that as a joke, because it made her in her head go, "Hey, wait a minute." He's making fun of them.
I really made her mad because on my Insta, I did a video of me going up to Walmart. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go in there and apply. And if I get a job, I think I'm going to go ahead and apply to Harvard because I
Yeah.
couldn't get into that.
And yesterday on the show, you were saying a lot because she was listening to the podcast in the afternoon.
So yesterday, I'm not kidding. And I'll tell you after I played the listening call, I got 28 phone calls yesterday.
Because remember,
For job
for those just
interviews.
tuning in, he put in the application, and it was
Online.
it was a text back to get an interview to try and get
And
a
a real
job.
number, it should have been like a Google phone
Oh,
or
this
something.
is so
Yeah.
stupid. My phone is like almost
Or
useless now.
KRBE's phone number, and Kev could have had prank calls.
Oh,
Applying
days.
for
I didn't
jobs.
think this
Days
through
and
very well
days.
That would've
because
been
it's
good.
like my phone, I can't even answer it anymore. It just keeps ringing.
But here's
ringing.
what the lady said.
All right, here it is.
Yesterday.
Okay, I'm the girl who called in about the whole, statistically harder to get a job at Walmart than it is to get into Harvard. Okay, Ryan, I'm getting real fed up with your attitude about it. Like,
Ooh.
okay, I told you I saw the little factoid on a guy's Hinge profile and Googled it to see if it was true. So, like, you being all snippy and snooty about, like, the women who called in, first of all, you're, like, twice my age. I'm 28, and I feel like you referring to me as a woman is just creepy and weird, so please stop it. Like, the woman who called in, like, I don't know, it's weird, like, that you're even just referring to me like that. And also, like, why are you being so, like, personally attacking me about it? Like, I just literally saw it on her profile, Googled it, and you were bad-mouthing and trash-talking people who worked at Walmart. So I'm like, oh, hey, fun fact, saw this on a Hinge profile, and, like, you will not shut up about it. And guess what? You didn't even show me anything because you never even got a job at Walmart. So why don't you pipe the down?
Wow. Oh, my God.
Okay, so I don't want
That
to
is
say
true. You
anything.
didn't get a job.
I don't want to
You
say
just got applications. You got people that want that.
Well,
Right.
can I explain why? We talked about this a little bit yesterday. I do not want to waste somebody's time. It's disrespectful to them, okay? So I got so many calls to the individual, because I can't say the woman. I'm sorry that you got upset. I was not trying to be snippy towards you.
Oh, it sounds snippy there.
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be pleasant.
You can't win, Ryan.
I can't
You
win.
can't.
So
Not with her.
Nope.
I jotted down. So
With other people,
these are some of the job interviews I got yesterday. My phone will not stop. I got a job interview, another one. So that's 8 at Walmart.
Different Walmarts?
Different Walmarts, yeah. I got, and
Because there's different
my
locations.
information has been sold. I got a job offer at American Airlines, at Amazon, a park ranger job. I got a job offer
You
as.
shouldn't go to Indeed.com instead of the
No,
Walmart
no.
website.
My information's been sold. I
These
got
are
a
good
job.
jobs.
I got a job as an offer as an undertaker.
You mean an interview offer, not a
Interview
job
offer.
offer.
You can say job offer.
Interview
It's not,
offer.
not a job offer.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry
Interview
about that.
connection.
A mail clerk, management position, early morning postal worker, Aldi
Ooh.
again,
Maybe
a
we'll get our
government
mail.
position, a dock worker, an assembler, a handyman. I'd be terrible at that. Oh my God.
But basically, it says based on what you
Master
answered,
reader.
here are some jobs that seem like they
What
could
time my
fit.
son to sign up?
At home customer
Yeah, no
service.
kidding.
I'm telling you, your information gets out there, and I just like my phone has not stopped ringing. It's insane. Like, I mean, all you have to do is Google how to get a job in Houston.
Dude, like back in
enter your information. You're going to get job interviews all day long.
2008 or something, I signed up because President Obama offered something really cool, some prize. And so I signed up.
prize? Was it a bottle of bourbon?
I forget what it was. So I signed up for it. Yesterday I got 4 things. Hey, this is the politician, blah, blah, blah. Will you help us with this? I'm like, what the? They sold my stuff almost 15, 16 years ago, and you still have my number.
Oh, yeah, your information's constantly being sold.
But they're selling it to other political places and stuff. I'm like, report junk. I was going to write back, if you respond one more time, I'm voting the opposite person. I'm going to find out who your opponent is.
So, individual who left that message, I am sorry. I did not mean to make you mad.
Hey, girl.
I am sorry. For real. I'm
You're
sorry.
funny, though. That was fun.
That was
calls.
pretty funny.
Hey, girl.
Thank you.
That was a funny call. All right, coming up next, if you have any traveling in your future, when you get into hotel rooms, there's less and less that is available to you, and there's a reason for that.
And have you ever wondered, as a woman, about leg stubble?
What do you mean?
Like when you should shave your legs and that. If you're going on a date, does the guy care? There's stats that came out about what men really think about your leg stubble.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about this next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Back to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Ooh, do not forget 1 hour from now, ticket information you are definitely going to be tuned in for.
Olivia Rodrigo tonight at the Toyota Center. It is sold out at 7:40. We'll tell you exactly what you need to do to win your last chance pair of tickets to go enjoy that show. There's a lot going on in Houston today because it's the official kickoff of Rodeo Houston. Blake Shelton will be performing at NRG. We got Olivia Rodrigo at Toyota Center. It's a Tuesday. People are going to be slushing through work
A
tomorrow.
lot of tired people
They're
tomorrow.
like, yeah, I went out last night. It was real
It's
fun.
Thursday, maybe Wednesday, maybe I could pull it off. But then Tuesday, you
But
still go.
today,
Tuesday sets you up to ruin you the rest of the
way.
week. You're like, oh,
Ever.
man. When Olivia Rodrigo's concert tour list came out and I saw that we were a Tuesday, I was like, come on, Olivia, at least give me a Thursday.
It's like the band, Dave Matthews Band. They tour like on just weekends, like the summer festivals and
That's
stuff.
how you do it right.
You just do a Friday night, Saturday night, and then
Wait, it's always a party.
yeah, people are having fun.
It's fun.
You don't have to stress about it. Oh, God, I got to get
Tuesday.
from work in the morning.
Well, if you travel to go see maybe your favorite artist because they didn't come to your town or you want to see them again, you're probably going to stay in a hotel room. And if you have not traveled recently, then you have not realized that less and less things are available to you in hotel rooms because people steal so much. It's to nail down pretty much everything because there are people who just are crazy and they treat a hotel room like it's their everything in here should be mine because I paid for this room for one night. And so travel.com had a list of the most commonly stolen items in the hotel room. What do y'all think that is?
Remote control batteries.
Robes.
Oh, the batteries. I didn't
I
think of
never
that.
thought
the
of
free
that.
batteries.
That's
Yeah.
pretty devious.
Oh, What else?
got some
on it?
free
I'm
batteries.
just
Inside the mind of a criminal.
Oops.
Eric.
Oh my God, Eric, on this list it is. Number
Is it?
15 is robes. Number 14 is the remote control batteries.
Oh, it's like Family Feud, right?
Yeah.
Got the 15.
Eric
I'm going to
outbid me.
guess toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
I never liked the toilet paper.
Oh, no, that's always thin and uncomfortable. I don't
No,
want that.
toilet paper's not in here.
What else?
No.
What's around? The Bible? That'd be bad.
1% of people steal the Bible,
Oof,
according to Vanity Fair.
That's bad.
What is wrong with people?
The
You're
top
getting a
two
little
things-
Jesus in your life by stealing.
The top 2 things stolen according to thetravel.com is hotel guests want to stay away usually from the minibar because there's stories of past guests drinking the liquor and then refilling it with water, apple juice, or even something else
Not
so that
when it's-
they don't have to
Censors.
The
fill it.
censor.
That's why we have the sensors now, but that's the top 2. That's the second one. The minibar stuff that gets refilled with fake stuff. That's what they steal. They refill it with fake stuff if it's not a sensor system. In Vegas, when I was there over the weekend, everything's a sensor. If you just nudge it, they're like, no. You
Which
don't want
I
that.
absolutely hate because I didn't want to pay for the ridiculously expensive drinks. So I moved a bunch of stuff out of the fridge just to put my own bottles of
Oh,
water
and
in there.
then you got charged for every
I
single
got charged
item
for
you
all
moved.
that
That's
stuff.
their
Yeah.
fridge.
Plus, those fridges aren't really that cold. Have y'all noticed that? Those fridges are not that cold.
Yep.
What's up? So the number 1 item, according to thetravel.com, is ripping off the artwork.
What?
Oh, that's scummy.
You want
That's
like
crazy.
a cheap print?
Vanity Fair said
They
it
nail
was
it to the wall anyhow, don't they?
It was soap, and for the small stuff, it was soap, then pens, then towels.
People like those little soaps for their powder room at home. I
Yeah.
was thinking, why don't they do that for like, I don't know what,
Salt in the grocery
disaster
store?
Ivory or something? Why don't they sell mini ones
Yeah,
at the store so you could buy those and then use those for your powder room? Because people want those little.
minis.
What were those ones that look like butter? Those little round pads of
Little
soap.
disc.
Oh,
yeah.
I hate those.
Like a
and they're
rose
like
they cut-
slimy.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
like,
really getting a good lather?
is that for
Well, they only
design
get
or is that
slimy
for?
if you leave them sitting in the water well.
I just feel like they're like they make your like skin like slick.
Yeah.
Really?
That if like
I've
the
not used
really
that.
crappy
So you get
soap
like an
that's like
oily
all
film.
wrapped up. Yeah, gross. I thought you were okay to take like the
soaps.
pen and the soaps.
Well, they
and
say
the
that-
shampoos.
okay, the
and the little
shampoos-
tablets
Because they can't
give you.
reuse that stuff.
No,
if
that's
you've,
what I'm
if you've been in
thinking.
there,
Well,
they
if you
can't
raid
give
the
that to somebody
cart,
else.
that's probably not. That's probably frowned upon. But yes, those are made for you to take home with you. But people will like the towels. You're not supposed to take the towels
Oh
home.
no!
You're not supposed to take the pillows home. Why would you want to take that pillow?
Oh,
1,000 people
my
have slept on that
gosh.
pillow.
Vegas, sometimes they have a little box and it comes with like Q-tips, a shining shoe shine kit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like a little vanity
It's like a
kit.
little jar. And you can open it up and you can take it and shine your shoes up.
Huh.
I always take that.
I feel like if it's something small
Why are
like
you
that,
gonna shine your shoes?
You never know. I
When
wear
do
dress
you-
shoes maybe 3 times a year. I got to make it look nice.
Hey, Wendy. Okay. All right, Eric.
Yeah, you get-
Hey, that goes in the junk drawer, Sam.
Yeah,
I don't
How many times
need
is
more
like,
junk in my junk
yeah, you never
drawer.
know when you're going to
Yeah,
need
but
it. Hell,
Eric's
I'm not
onto
going to go buy
something.
shoe polish. I don't
If
even
I
know.
got to go to like a fundraiser or something and I look down at my dress shoes and they're all scuffed, I'm
Yeah,
like,
just-
yeah.
have you ever actually used it, Eric? When you took it,
yeah.
you have used it.
I haven't used it in
Okay.
years, but when I did,
Used
I
it?
used to take it.
Don't you just lick your thumb and rub it out?
That's magic
Remember
mom's
that
fit.
sound bite?
That'd be weird.
Stop it!
I never.
Next story.
Oh, I want to talk about this one because I know a lot of you ladies, when you go on a date or something, you're like, I don't want to make out with them or get romantic because my legs are stubbly.
You think that if you don't shave your legs,
Yeah.
it will keep you from
That
going
ensures-
further than you want.
Well, there's
Right.
no sexy time.
Glamour had this study and they asked guys, do you care if a woman has a little stubble on their legs? Would it bother you? And 61% of guys said, nope, they don't care. So, ladies, even if you try and do that to keep you from sleeping with him, he'll still sleep with you.
Yeah,
They don't
but-
care. 61%. And only, where's it at?
39% don't like it.
15% of guys will drop you, will dump you
Ooh.
if you got stubbly legs.
Well, then
That means
they're,
they didn't like
they're
you
not
enough.
keepers to begin
Yeah,
with,
so-
then.
They didn't like you enough.
yeah, so
Most guys have
61%.
taught us that they're just happy you're willing to get
That's
intimate
what I
with
was
them.
thinking. So they don't care about the hair.
They're like,
right?
who cares?
What would be the guy
That's not a good feeling.
equivalent of that? So
I think our
girls,
beards too, when you shave it, like trim it down and it gets kind of like coarse.
mm-hmm.
Ladies don't like that.
Oh, and then it cuts.
Face rash.
But Eric,
Yes.
okay, so the
Yeah, does
women
that hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
uncomfortable. Face
Oh, I
rash.
couldn't imagine.
Chafes.
But the women, they ensure that there's going to be nothing happening beyond a kiss by leaving hair on their legs. Is there an equivalent for men? Is this something you could do?
Because you guys are ready all the time
Yep.
for everything. Any minute, any
Yep.
day. Let's go.
Every second. Yeah, pretty much.
Nothing can stop you.
KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, Spring Branch ISD is doing away with all librarians to address a $35 million budget shortfall. Next year, Spring Branch ISD libraries will operate as media centers. They will be supported by a team of district-level media specialists. And the position at each campus will support day-to-day operations. Librarian jobs aren't the only things that are being cut next school year. Campus job cuts include elementary and middle school counseling programs and athletic training staff. So not good times for Spring Branch ISD. Tomorrow at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is Armed Forces Appreciation Day. February 28th honors actively serving U.S. military members and offers free admission to them and their families. It does not include access to Rodeo Houston or the concert. The same, they actually...
Just access to the grounds to go into Energy Center and the carnival?
Yeah, yeah, so you get that free. And it's also applying for senior citizens over 60 and children under 12. So if you're looking
Only
for...
tomorrow, that one? Senior citizens over 60 and kids under 12? Or is that every day?
No. That's a couple of different times, but the first time they do it for the seniors and kids is tomorrow. But
Okay.
Tomorrow is Military Appreciation Day. And the Houston Humane Society assisted in the removal of 18 dogs from deplorable living conditions over the weekend. The Humane Society officials said they're also currently out of room. They're in desperate need of families or individuals looking to adopt or foster pets. If you want to open your home to one of these vulnerable animals, you can go to houstonhumane.org if you want to adopt or foster. That's a great thing that you can do. Once again, that website is houstonhumane.org. That's what's going down in H-Town.
Coming up next, it is Revenge Tuesday, which means somebody messed with you. You got them back, but they don't know that you got them back. So you're here to tell us what happened and how you got them back next on the Roula and Ryan Show.